Fran, how are you today? Fran, how are you today, buddy? Fran Taylor, how are you
That was
today?
Keith who just called me. Can you get my book or pick up the phone and
Fran,
dial this number? Tell him we got it.
Fran,
I'll give
Fran,
it to
how
him.
are you today?
717 877
Hi, everybody. This is Fran Taylor.
8823. Tell him we got it.
We're about to go live,
Thank
or
you.
we are already. Fran, how are you today?
Yep.
Fran, how you doing today?
Are you there, Richie?
Yeah, I'm here. How are you? We're live. Hello, Fran? You're probably in mute. Okay, so anyway, let me go over what.
Can you hear me, Richie?
No, I can't. Fran Taylor, how are you today? Okay, so we want to talk about this workshop. Now, let me just say this about 30 sales a month. Okay.
Kane,
This is a great workshop. Fran, you there now?
can you come here?
So this is a great workshop. We're planning on going back to Florida because we had success
Kane,
in Florida. Let me just share something with you guys. Okay. The whole idea of this workshop is the recovery stage. We all know we were on track to do 18 point something million cars. Right now, we're on track to do in the 13 million. Okay. We know something for sure. The OEMs are going to start.
what happened?
Gonna start giving us
I can't hear him.
more money and the dealer side, okay, to merchandise your vehicles, okay.
We'll be right back.
So they want to get rid of this inventory. And now that being said, we have this workshop going on. I was personally, Fran Taylor invited me to his workshop, and I saw the growth of this workshop. And I also saw aftermath of the workshop. The salespeople that went and left the workshop, they became really, really selling a lot of units, even with the coronavirus, okay, in the state of Florida. As we know, Florida didn't shut down that much like here. So it's a great opportunity. Join us at the 30 sales a month group and get in that group, because that group has a lot of guys with a lot of content. Now, as you know, Fran Taylor's been doing this for 40 years. He's the king of prospecting, and he really knows what he's doing. I lost Fran Taylor somehow. So, I mean, I don't know. He must be having a problem. So let me just say this to you. He's going to do this workshop in Florida, and I wish I wouldn't lose him. I wish I could engage with him, but he's very, very successful at it, at what he's doing. There's Fran. Fran, could you hear me?
I'm here, brother.
Okay, great. So we lost him temporarily, so that's okay. Now, Fran, I want to go over the workshop that you have, right? And what I was saying is the recovery stage is very important. Why is it important? Because we were on track to do 18 million cars. We're right now hitting a pace of 13 million, right? And the whole idea behind these cars is that there's overstock in inventory because nobody planned on coronavirus, even though it was happening across the pond, right? And that's the whole idea, that this is really an important thing. Dealers, you're going to get some big dollar amount. Just know that, to promote and merchandise your cars. The traffic's going to come in the door. The next thing you got to do is take a percentage of that and invest it in your salespeople, because the day you don't invest that in your salespeople, you're going to have a problem. And with Fran Taylor, your ROI is so big based on the experience that you have. You're maximizing not just a customer coming in, then you're putting a process in for your repeat business and your retention. And that's what Fran Taylor's about. Fran, I'm going to let you speak now.
Well, people spend a lot of money in advertising, but the average dealer spends less than $500 a year training their salespeople, and all the money's in repeats and referrals, not fresh ups. And that's some of the stuff I teach, like in these workshops. When you get people living on repeats and referrals, like I did. I mean, it only took me 2 years to get to 50 cars a month, but that was all repeats and referrals because I couldn't compete with 25 guys on the floor, so I had to go get my own. And when you're doing a workshop or doing training, there's all kind of different training out there. There's the raw stuff that gets you all fired up, or the other one that's meat and potatoes. If you can take a salesperson, whether they're an old pro or a rookie, and you show them something new that they never heard before that makes sense, a lot of times they're all over it. Like when you were at my workshop in Florida, one of my speakers, he was selling 20 cars a month when I met him. In the business quite a while. He knew how to sell cars. Well, what he didn't have is people to talk to. Well, he stood up. I thought he was selling 40 a month. He told the crowd the best month he had was 52 and a half. But he's been in with my private training for about a year now. And that's the other thing that's so important. It takes a while to get these new people to get it going, to get those repeats and referrals, because you get some the first year, but man, it does nothing like the second year. I'm living proof to go from 30 to 50 cars a month my second year in the car business. So you have to coach them, like you said. You got to train them, and you have to have patience and show them what to do. And the longer they do it, the better they get. I mean, I got plenty of guys out there making 200,000-300,000 a year, and they're working 45 hours. That's the key. If you show them something different than they never did before, they're all over it. Trust me.
Fran, I'm so glad you brought that up, because when I was at your workshop, all right, one of the things that I saw is not only are you training them in the sales process, okay, not only are you doing that, you're also training them, right, on when they get that customer on referrals, and you're training them on maximizing that opportunity. So here's the thing, Mr. Dealer, your average car is costing you, let's say $350, $400, okay, let's say that. Now you get 2 deals out of it within those 60 days. Guess what? Now it dropped. That's how the stores are playing around with the metrics, all right, with the referral base. One of the biggest product out there that I think it's great for dealers is Auto Alert. All right. What's Auto Alert? It just goes after your opportunities. Well, if you get your salespeople their productivity to go after opportunity using Taylor's techniques and technologies, right? Now that whole training module is going to get you to the next level. So you have the software. Now you have the people following it up. He's great at what he does. And that's why I believe we decided to do it in Florida, this workshop, because Florida, we had such great success with it. And what Fran is saying right now, this one guy was doing 25, he's up to numbers. And this 30 car group, it's like, learn how to take every deal counts, and learn how to maximize that opportunity to get repeat business. They say, okay, when you sell a car to a customer, the first 7 to 10 days, you're going to get a referral out of them. As the time goes on, it drops. Why are you going to get a referral? Because he drove up in his new car, okay, in his driveway. His neighbor saw it. right? And said, wow, where'd you get that car? That's a nice car. But get those people to talk about you, Mr. Salesman, because that's repeat business. And follow up your previous customers. Listen, when you lose a deal, okay, and they tell you, I didn't buy it because, not about the deal. It was just that. Keep in touch with those customers, because those customers, when they're in the market again, or they might know a friend or something, you're going to have an opportunity. That's how you grow. You grow by looking at that opportunity and maximizing. A lot of salespeople, I lost a deal, I've never called him. Well, guess what? You're in the people business. There's a lot of guys that say, car guy. Myself, I'm not a car guy because I don't know how to fix a car. Okay. What I am is a people guy. Okay. So I'm going to maximize every opportunity I can. And I don't care that they didn't buy it from me. I'm going to keep following them up. You know what? Because the salesman that deliver the car is not going to follow them up because he already made the money on them and I haven't. So that's another form of prospecting. What are your thoughts on that, Fran?
Well, I agree with you. Yeah, you have to do follow up, but with prospect tools and stuff like their name can be seen, the salesman's name and the dealership's name can be seen several million times a year per salesperson. See, that stuff doesn't cost anything. There's so many ways to make money. The dealer doesn't have to spend money. The problem is most of them don't know it, and it's like I have a guy in Arkansas I've been working with. That guy went from 240 cars a month, 506 3 years, and he's not increasing his advertising budget. He's spending money on the training, well, me, and he's helping the guys get the prospecting tools. You see, the big deals do the work for you, and you make money when you're sleeping, but there's more to it. The prospecting techniques and say, go get your name out there or go join groups and stuff. That's kindergarten training there. I'll show you different. I don't know if you guys ever saw the sold by stickers put on the car or magnets on refrigerators and stuff like them on pizza boxes. I started that stuff. That was me. Now thousands and thousands of people are using it. But there's a lot of other techniques that they never get showed to. I think you teach the salespeople to invest a little bit each month in themselves, or have the deal like when I was at GM. I used to have little bonus. If you're doing 10, you got to hit 13. If you're doing 15, you got to hit 18. I'd give a $300 bonus. Half was cash, and the other half went into prospecting tools. In a couple months, they'd go buy their own, and that's what trading and that's what helping people do. You could spend your $500-600 every month to try and get it up in. It's peanuts when you buy prospecting tools, and the prospecting tools are guaranteed. And so you got to teach them both, like you said. You got to teach them the different techniques on the internet. Get leads, and then the prospecting. If you couple that together, if anybody's doing it, it's impossible not to sell more cars if you learn those techniques. But you got to learn them.
And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up. And I'm really glad you brought that up, Fran, because here's one technique that salespeople need to know. Where are the consumers today? Okay. 25 years ago, you used to go to a restaurant, give out your business card and say, I heard that somebody here is looking for a car. You go to your local dry cleaner, you tell them to say, you start networking. Right now, the network's happening on social media. Guys, listen, we're all good with videos. Everybody has become really good with videos. Do a walk around. Do a walk around for a car. Pick one model every day. 5 times, you got 5 models. Okay? Here you go. It's real simple. You do a walk around, you go on Facebook and put it where the buyers are. Where are the buyers? Here in Long Island buy and sell, right? In Daytona, right? In Daytona Beach, there's Daytona Beach buy and sell. There's in every market, there's the same groups. Okay. And those groups are where consumers are, right? You got to look at their guideline and see if you could do it. But ask the admin of the group, could I do this? Okay. Once they give you okay, now you're branding yourself in those groups. Uh, Group marketing in Facebook is very big. Okay. That's how you're going to get. And it takes you a minute and a half or 2 minutes to walk around. Do a professional walk around. Put it on social media. Put it on your YouTube. You know, I know a salesperson that's a lead gen salesperson. Okay. He's really good. I want to invite him to the show. I don't want to say his name because I want to have a surprise for everybody, but he's the type of guy that actually gets leads on YouTube. I've seen what he does. He gets leads on social media. And you know what he does? He sells to his competitors some of those leads because he doesn't have the pre-owned cars available. And those people want the car now. Okay. He's in the state of Florida and he's very good at what he does. And he is a social media lead gen guy through his YouTube channel, okay, and through Facebook and through Instagram. And he gets enough leads where sometimes he's got to sell them. So this guy's really good and he does walk arounds. He gets up early in the morning. He does all the right things here. And I'm going to have him on the show next Wednesday, okay? And it's a lead gen guy, and that's what he does. He's out on social media getting more leads than you can imagine. He doesn't even take a fresh up in the showroom because he's that busy. So prospecting today is on social media. So if you have social media, you're not using that opportunity to maximize, and Terry Lancaster says it very well. Video, 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 video. I agree with him. It's all about the video. I talk a lot to a lot of people on video. I FaceTime everybody. And if I got to follow somebody up, bang, I record a video. Video is it. That's got tremendous conversion because on a text, you don't know what's going on. You don't know what they mean sometimes, It's how you interpret SMS. It's your perception, not the customer's perception. When they send you a video or you got a video, now you know where you're at. A simple thing like a walk around. Salesman, go into a Toyota store, do a walk around. You got a Toyota store, do that. You got a pre-owned car, pick 2 cars that are on sale that you got to get rid of them this week and make that brand say, pre-owned. And the other thing I've been saying is the power of live is great. So if I'm a salesman today, I'm getting my customers on live, inviting them to a live and engaging with them, how the sales process went, how happy are they? A, people watch it. B, when you do that process, the one thing that you are doing is engaging with your customer and you're getting a testimonial at the same time. So why not do that? Here's a guy, Frederick. You know him. He's in your group. This guy is amazing. Him and Lou are amazing guys, what they're doing. And with Corona last month, he was averaging, 20 cars a week. Okay. His store was averaging, it's unbelievable, right in Kentucky. He's amazing. He's always out there. He's doing lives all the time. And it's working for him unbelievable. And his people are great. Now, what he's doing is engaging with these customers all the time. And he's doing a great job. His people are doing a great job. But you got to be out there. You got to be in it to win it. Prospecting has changed in the last couple of years. And you want to know something? Social media is it. Get on YouTube. Get on Facebook. Get on Instagram. Whatever you can do is get. You got to be out there. And, do a boost on live. I've been doing boosts. My show costs a few bucks every time I go on live because I promote it. I'm not going to go on live and not promote it. So those people that say he gets a lot of views, yeah, I do. You know why? Because I spend the money to get the views. Okay. That's what I do for a living. Because if you don't brand yourself and you don't promote yourself, It's not going to go out there. So these guys get organically 1,500, 2,000 views. That's great. You know what, guys? That's the new way. And you guys are doing so much, you know. And here's what he says, it's having that passion. Fran, engage a little bit. Talk about that.
If I got back in the car business, there's a couple of things I'd do right off the bat. I'd go after. I mean, I'd go after it. Like number one, I start my own Facebook group. Like you only have 5,000 friends, so I start my own group, like Pennsylvania Auto Sales or something like that. And I'd let anybody get in that group, and they can sell any kind of car they want. I mean, it's like my 30 sales a month group. I mean, we added 80 people last week, and I don't promote it at all. It's all from word of mouth. Well, you just got to start something. I got a friend of mine in Tennessee. He's got like 10,000 people in this group. He sells 10, 15 cars a month just from that group, but he didn't get it overnight. So you go in and, you might do different stuff and say, hey, look, hey, make sure you check the air pressure in your tires, or hey, here's why you should change oil. And then me personally, I would do a video every Monday morning on 2 old age cars or bonus cars. They cost nothing. I'd say my specials of the week. So I'd doing that, and I'd start my own group. And anybody called me with a walk around, they'd get a little video. Here, this is me. This is what I look like. Here's the dealership, and here's the car. And then you got to sell yourself a little bit when you do that. And the biggest thing I see is you got to put a little bit of energy behind it, and act, instead of saying, here's the door, here's how this works. No, and you got to practice with it, get good at it, and it'll take a while. When I was down in Texas, we did a little video. We had, the older guys usually don't know how to do that. They're a little intimidated. So you make it fun. I'd give out dinner for 2 for the best one. But that doesn't cost anything. That's what we're talking about. It takes a while to get good at anything. But to do a walk-around video like my special of the weeks every Monday morning with 2 cars, that doesn't cost a dealer a dime. But you got to work to perfect it.
Right.
As far as starting a group, that takes a little. That doesn't cost a dealer a dime. If I was GM, that'd be a requirement, and then I'd work with it. And but you're right about social media. You can do both. To me, I mean, if you want to kill it and not have to work 50, 60 hours a week and live on repeats and referrals, why not go after it all? I would. I can tell you that.
Well, Fran, social media today is growing, and the digital marketing is really, really blowing up. And after Corona, it's really going crazy now. All the data is out there, how it's growing. Do walk-arounds, bring in your customers and interview them on live. Open up a live, Now you got testimonials. You got your own customers talking good about you, and it's going to their audience. Their audience are in the market. So what's going to happen when they see a feed of a customer saying, what a great experience I had? Now, if they share it to their audience, forget about it. So that's what you got to use. You got to use the power of social media today to maximize your opportunities. Because bottom line is, you're not going to live today off floor traffic. As a salesman, you're going to have a hard time because it's very minimum, and they want to turn it over to the experienced guys. So you're the new guy. You got to prove it. You got to prove who you are before you can be in the club. Okay. I call it the club because trust me, it's a club. So guys, make your own brand. Go on live, bring in your customers. I don't care if you deliver 8 cars a month. Those are 8 customers that you can bring to your live. You're going to get their audience. That's bottom line. And that's how you're going to grow. Rome wasn't built in a day. Okay. It's going to take you bumps on the road, failure, and learning from those failure to succeed. That's what it's about. This is the business world. Okay. That's what it's about. If I got somebody in my team that says he never fails, I know he's not giving his best effort. So therefore, I don't need them. I want guys that have failed and learn from their failures, because now I know he's given it his best effort. Okay. And a lot of people don't figure that out. A lot of people in business think there's a textbook out, that you can read. That's not the way it works in the business world. So hire failures, hire winners, and make sure the winners also fail, because now they're giving it their best effort. Okay. There's a lot of ways to look at your team and know if your team is really, really a winner. Okay. And one of the things to know is how many times have they failed in the last 90 days? And how many opportunities have they brought to you that were not opportunities, but they brought them to you and you've converted them into opportunities? That's what I'm looking at. Nothing wrong with failure. As a matter of fact, I don't get involved in any type of business unless they're failing. Because first of all, if they failing, that leaves my opportunity wide open to take that to the next level and make a lot of money. Okay. I'm not looking for winners. I'm looking for losers. I bank myself on the losers. That's how I earn. So guys, give it your best effort. And it doesn't matter that you fail. It doesn't matter. You try something else. The whole idea is to learn from it and grow. Because when you learn and grow and you got under your belt 4 or 5 years, trust me, you're going to sell what Fran says, 50. No, you're going to sell 80 cars. But if you don't take the risk and you don't take the shot, you're not going to do it. What are your thoughts, Fran?
Well, the auto industry is changing a little bit, but still the same. Like if I was back in being a GM, it'd be a requirement to do some of the stuff you're talking about, not a request. It's no different than, hey, you got to drive a car, you got to TO every deal. I mean, basics, right? So the way the economy is now, if the people there, salespeople aren't doing video walkarounds and stuff like that, I would make it, hey, anytime a calls in, go do a walk around, send them a video. I mean, it takes 5 minutes, but that's how you get business. And a lot of people, as a GM, you got to help them. I mean, you get out there a little bit and show them a couple times, and next thing you know, they got it. But if you quit asking, they'll quit doing. Salespeople I don't think they're all, I can tell you that. Some people are to get information, and it's not just go do walkarounds. I mean, there's techniques what you do, how you can get a bigger response. That's why training's so crucial in somebody's development, especially when they're young. I mean, not a young guy, 25 years old, who wants to have $3 million worth of real estate in 5 years, and he's up to 33 cars. I can tell you how. You teach them what to do, and hey, look, there is no limit, but you got to be willing to pay the price. And these guys are just rocking and rolling. And there's women doing it. There's Tiffany out west. I mean, she's, well, Western to me. And, she's sold 40, 50 cars. She only works 4 days a week. How can people like that do it? Well, they get
right. And you know what I'm going to say, Fran? I'm going to say something. I was telling you, I'm going to say something about Frederick, right? You can go to NADA, right, and be an academy guy to become a dealer. Okay, there's a course. If your dealership sponsors you, you have the course. Here's the difference. Frederick is a natural dealer. Look what he said. Lead by example. Inspect what you expect. Okay, he's going to be a dealer, and he's going to be a very successful dealer. Okay, because the characteristics that he has is amazing. Okay, he's got some characteristics in him that are really, really automotive dealer. He's got it in the blood. He's got the character. He's got the personality. He's got the political thing. You got to be, for you to be a dealer, you got to be political. He's very political too. So I've observed him for quite some time. I met him through my good friend Rebecca. I went on her live. The guy is amazing. Okay, let me leave it at that. The guy is a perfect dealer. He knows all the things. Not does he know the things, he does them every day. Okay. So I'm telling you right now that this is something really, really big that's going on in the industry with guys like him, and how they're learning every day is on live. They go on their own live and do interviews with people, engage, and they're bringing their dealership to the next level. Okay. So I'm calling them professional managers, professional salespeople that are on live and are interviewing people, and he's unbelievable. So that's what this workshop. One of the things that it should be a, a lot of is this: bring a guy like Frederick in to this workshop and have him speak what he's doing and how he's bringing that dealership to the next level by using the power of social media.
Well, the workshop is different. Like I said, there's all kinds, but sometimes it's good to get the managers to this because a lot of times they never heard of it either. If I'm a GM, I want the sales excited. I want them to look forward to coming to work. And as a GM, that's my responsibility. So if I get the salespeople doing more of the right stuff, then they look forward to coming to work. Why? Because they're making more money. They're living on repeats and referrals. And, I would attack that right off. And that's where all the money is at anyway. People live in a richer, fuller, happier. I don't want a guy taking 2 weeks. I want him to take a couple of weeks a year off. I want him to get to the point that anybody walks in, I say, hey, follow that guy or follow that girl. If they're doing 30, 40, and 30 months is one a day. I mean, what's that? But the problem is most people know how to sell cars. So let's teach them how to sell that one a day. What's the day routine? Hey, here's the processing tools. You'll sell 10, 15 a month just from this. That's what they want to hear. And unfortunately, a lot of that's not taught.
I'm glad you brought that up because Frederick, one of the things that I asked him is the why. Why does he brand himself under a subprime hero? So he answered it. Because even challenge credit customers, he treats them like they're platinum or over platinum, like they titanium. Okay. So that's what he does. He believes in relationship. He believes in doing the right thing by customers. He believes in doing the right thing by the humans. Okay. He goes out of his way for his customers. That's why he's at that level. He is a leader. Okay. And that's the reason why. So this guy would be great to invite him for a workshop. Basically, I heard he runs the organization there and he believes in training and he believes in sharing what he knows. And one of the things that I do, and everybody knows that I share everybody. I'm big on the share because I don't really care if you friend somebody that I know. Who cares? I'm not into that. I just want to share as much content that can help my audience out because the reason they're my audience is to see what they can get out of it. So guys, those guys that don't share because you're worried about who knows what and who knows who cares? Bottom line is give some value and share and use that share button because that share button is going to make somebody's day that might be having a salesman blue day, right? It might be having that. So share because sharing is caring. That's a fact. So Fran, on that note, I got to run, but it was a pleasure having you. I'm looking forward to this workshop, and I want to bring a few guys like Frederick that are there and they're successful and they're selling a lot of iron. With this coronavirus, this guy was more out there than anybody I ever saw. This guy was rocking and ringing the bell. So your thoughts on that? Let's talk tomorrow, something on the phone, and maybe we can talk to Frederick or something. He's great. He believes in you. He knows you are. He tells me you're a legend. You know what I mean? He tells me. a sales legend, man. So it's great having you, Fran, and I look forward in commuting with you tomorrow. Thank you.
All right.